So, little installment. We all get robocalls, telemarketers. I mean, this freaking thing, you get hammered anymore. And it's always caveat emptor, buyer beware. You can sign up to the national no-call list. You can do whatever you want. There's a bunch of things that you can do, and it does have an impact to what hits this thing, but you still get bombed. You get bombed. I've driven through different states or flown and landed in another state and this thing blows up. The cell towers intercept your signal. They see your area code and then they're bombing you. See? So, shit happens. And you've got to be aware. You've got to be leery of this stuff. It's all over the news. These scams, right? Many of them are driven overseas. They're in the Philippines, they're in India, they're in China, they're in Russia. They're in the Middle East. They're driven by, it's sort of a robocall. It's an automated voice system that gives you a recording, tells you something, tells you to call them. You call them, the call goes somewhere through, usually a PBX, I don't know, maybe it's digital. Maybe it goes in an IP-based telephony system and routes somewhere and some jamoke somewhere picks it up and then they try to fleece you. And sometimes it's local. It could be local people that then report to your house. They do this to older folks. And they wittingly come to the house. They charge the older folks all kinds of stuff for any type of scam. It can be for your insurance. Look, we've had a hurricane down here recently. We're walking around, we're validating that your house isn't damaged. If it's damaged, we can help you process an insurance claim, and it's relatively trivial. They all know that the insurance claim requires payment. You have a deductible. So then these old folks write these people checks. The people walk away, cash the check. There's no claim. I mean, there's all kinds of fraud, right? And I've been privy to a lot of it, right? And we all have. And you're like, come on, dude, get the hell out of here. Well, I, monitor my calls. And there's a lot of calls that if I don't recognize, and now this thing even rings up with scam likely, right? Coming from your call lists. If it comes from a number that the telco knows is a reported scam number, shows up as scam likely. And I go, oops, swipe, right? A lot of them are 800 numbers or whatever because they're international. You can set that up, then they can call from wherever, Turkey or Israel or Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. They can call from Bangalore, wherever. And they're money makers. And nowadays, some of them are even crypto-based. Like your computer, where your junk gets hacked, it comes up with a message, you contact somebody because the message shows you something, we've locked your files. If you pay us in Bitcoin, which these people are doing, we will unlock. They're not going to unlock. You're done. They'll never screw with your crap again. There's no intention of ever fixing your stuff. They couldn't fix your stuff if they had to. They send those Sentinel programs out. They sit and look for IPs. They install themselves. They execute. They lock your shit up. Nobody wants their crap fixed. None of these guys are going to fix your crap. It's a scam. They want your money. And a lot of people fall for it. Well, hell, I just got one now. Let's listen, shall we?
Call is just to notify you that we have received some suspicious activities on your name and under your social. So before this matter goes to federal courthouse or before you get arrested, kindly call us back on our number. The number to reach us is 786-401-9133. This is Officer Mark Benson, Form SSA, Social Security Administration.
Officer Mark Benson for the Social Security Administration? Really? Dude, these are elaborate. That's jacked that these goobers will do this. So we're going to call this number back, and then we'll play a little and see what happens. And it may not go well, but let's see.
The Magic Jack customer you have called is unavailable to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, you guys called me, Officer Mark Benson, and you're the SSA, the Social Security Administration, and I've got stuff that's supposed to be lined up where I'm going to get in trouble. What's going on? How am I in trouble? Hey, how come you got a magic jack? What is that? It's one of those little phone plug-in things. What are you guys doing? Are you guys scammers? Oh boy, where are you? Are you in China? Are you over in Russia? Vladimir to come. Wait, is this Ivan? Ivan, are we over in India? Manish, what are you doing? Dude. Yeah, bye, retards. So yeah, they've got a magic jack. That's one of those little phone spoofer things. Those, I think, I may be mistaken, I think they're used in the US. So I don't know if these guys have like an office space or somewhere where they set these things up so that they have associated phone numbers and lines that they then dial through. Because dude, you can get a dialer anywhere. All this stuff you can do in telephony, you can do really cheap anymore. You can set up a small dialer, a small phone switch with an assigned block of phone numbers. When everything went digital, it all changed. PBXs were different. That's why I wondered. These guys aren't running on PBXs, right? They're running on a digital telephony platform. And that's the stuff that manages all the phone calls you get and all your automated dialing systems that you use for payments for your mortgage, for your bills, all those things. Those primarily are all digital anymore. And they're on digital software platforms that manage the numbers, manage the inbound, manage the outbound call flow, manage how it's routed to a telemarketer, to a call center or a contact center expert. I mean, you can do anything anymore with this fucking tool, right? And those clowns do that. People call back because they don't want the Social Security Administration on them. People really think that. And then you got John Matarese or whatever the guy's name. This is John Matarese, so you don't lose your money. And he's one of those guys that does the, little 2-minute snippet about how you get screwed by certain businesses, agencies, whatever. And what do they screw you? Usually out of your money. But weird. Clearly this thing is not made to take inbound calls, meaning I would have had to, well, maybe not, I don't know, because it says in the recording to call the number. So I don't know why it didn't work. Maybe it's up and it's down, who knows? I don't think I'm gonna call it back. I don't want to monkey with this shit, but I found that interesting. Yeah, trying to take this dude for money. Not today, boy. They'll probably get me tomorrow. Well, I'll send him a check or something. Be careful with your money and be very, very leery of this damn device. If the government, and here's the last bit, if you haven't ever researched it, the IRS, the Social Security Administration, any government, any federal government, any state or local government, they will always contact you via person for any type of real event. They'll never send you a robocall. Very likely they won't send you a piece of mail. If they send you the piece of mail, it will usually be certified. You have to sign for it. It's not some piece of shit that's got a crappy crest on it. But like the IRS, they never contact you in any other methodology other than individually, a person. So all these cats that get contacted like the taxes or this or that, call this number, never happens, dude. The government agencies do not work in that manner. So you gotta be leery and be smart. And if you look, I bet if I look this phone number up, it's probably on the internet as a suspicious number, as a predatory number. But yeah, just another day trying to take Davy's money. I'll give it to these cats. Just for your money, for your information. Out. I contemplated this telemarketing thing here. This scammer that tried to call me. And I didn't record it. I called in the recording, it said the Magic Jack customer isn't available. If you don't know what a Magic Jack is, it's a little plug-in that goes into your computer. And it allows you to use digital, IP. call anywhere in the U.S. and Canada. So clearly, I don't know if you can. I would gander as long as you have an internet address, an internet connection anywhere in the world. You can buy this Magic Jack and you can call anywhere in the U.S. and Canada from your computer. And so I called that number back as we watched from a visual voicemail app on my phone, and it gave me the Magic Jack wasn't available. So clearly the guy had turned off, that hacker, that scammer had turned off his computer. I called him back last night, late last night, and he answered. And it was an Indian guy. Hello, you've called, this is the Social Security office, administration office. And I just listened and I hung up. And then he called me back. So he's clearly got a phone application on his computer that can see all inbound and outbound calls, and it tracks them, and it gives you time and duration, and it gives you location, all that shit, dude. It's all public knowledge, and these phone apps are relatively free, next to nothing to do this. Or you can spend millions of dollars on like Aspect, which is a ginormous phone suite of applications for contact centers, call centers, telemarketing, VRUs, automated call services, everything. And you can tie it to a PBX, to a digital switch. The non-digital Aspect telephony is 10 years old now. So I don't even know if they support that anymore. Now it's all IP based, SIP phones and stuff like that, right? But yeah, I'm gonna call this guy back. We're gonna see if he answers, and then we're gonna play the little game with him. I'm gonna act like, hey, why'd you call me? What's going on? Remember the recordings probably over a decade ago, probably 15 or 20 years ago. It was this century, I think. It had to be this century, the 20th century, when the help desks all over the world, offshoring of, or outsourcing of services really started in full, which was turn of the century, when India and Central America and the Far East, Asia, like the Philippines, really started picking up with their help desk and their support desks and their service desks. And those recordings came out of people that called back and just went ballistic on the support desk. He screamed at them, "You motherfuckers! I can't get my stuff done!" And they ranted for like 10 minutes. And of course it was recorded. And it was leaked all over the internet, right? Of this psycho calling back, just livid. And I don't recall what they were. I think one of them was the Xbox or something. Like, remember the ring of death you'd get? And another one was just some guy with like Microsoft or HP or something, where he was having viruses or issues with his desktop. And he snapped and just screamed for like 5 minutes at the call support technician. And it's hilarious. They're just raging on this person. And it's really, really rude and mean. And you can see the frustration. And every one of us has experienced this. And that's normal support. Nowadays, it's much better depending upon who you call. So like I've had problems with virus software, Symantec and some of my other, and they're outstanding. It's India, you can tell by the accents, right? Or it's Asia, you can tell by the accents. They speak very clear English. They're very knowledgeable. If you call Comcast and any of these services, there's a possibility that you reach offshore, especially at whatever time you call. I'm East Coast, so soon as business hours are over, it's follow the sun. The help desks pretty much move around the globe because they want daytime support for whatever region. But when it's night here, daytime support's over in India, right? So you'll get an Indian call center tech, and dude, they're pretty good nowadays. The statement that I've heard all the time in the management, which is still pretty prevalent, is the Indians are the engineers. If you pay top dollar, there are contact centers in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, all over, multiple cities now, and it continues to grow, that are top notch. They are well spoken, they're independent. They're thoughtful. They're not the Robotrons, the robots. Hello, this is Jamel. And they all have fake names, right? Hello, this is Drew. How can I help you? And you're like, come on, man. You're not Drew. Where are you? And I usually talk to them. I'm like, yeah, where are you at? Are you in Mumbai? Are you in Bangalore? Are you in, where are you at? And they're pretty open. If the customer, asks them, I don't think the script says you can't say where you're at. But if you've ever seen like some of the movies, like Slumdog Millionaire, they had campus buildings that were surrounded by razor wire with security controlled access, security on site, where all these people work. If you haven't been to India, India's sort of lawless in many areas, right? Even in the occupied areas. And you go in there and they had cube setups in buildings that were the names of streets. And people took American names. They had to integrate into whomever they were supporting. Europe, Asia, the US. And so they sort of made like a virtual world. Not even virtual. It was a fake world in these centers. It's changed a bit nowadays, but the underlying structure is still the same. And they pay these people more than you can get in any other job. Still pennies on the dollar. And it's an aggressive employment environment over there. Brutal. You will get anyone that will scam you. Somebody will interview with a Skype interview, and that's not the person that works the job. Someone else works the job. I mean, it's brutal, which is why we have made, in any major institution I've worked at, there's a local India head, and that person is in charge of all that resource. There's no way, without being on site, of which you have to demand the vast majority of the resources work on site. There's no remote workers like there is everywhere else in the world, or at least in Europe and the US. You go to third world, second world nations, the places where they work have to be where they go to. And then, if you have 24/7, 365 access and you're a call center or a contact center agent, how do you get to work every day? These people don't have cars. They live in squalor and poverty. So then the question becomes, how do they get to that campus? How do they do it at night when it's pretty lawless in the streets? I mean, these things, you'd never consider these unless you were experienced with it, and it's fucking strange. And Americans have no fucking clue, man. Places like that. So it's pretty cool, but nowadays it's not too bad. And I've gotten great support from some of these. And why wouldn't some of the miscreants, some of the amoral mofos make money and steal your shit? If you're stupid enough to give them your credit card information over the phone or send them your router, your bank and your routing information and your account, oh, shame on you. So we're going to call this dude back here, and we're going to film it. And we're going to see what happens. I think it'll be fun. Screw this idiot playing shit on me. I'm going to change my card because I think I'm going to run low on space, and I don't want to run out of space in the middle of this call. This guy, damn it, what can I do here? This is the Social Security Administration. No. This is Jim. Jim, I'm down here at DC. What's wrong with you? Why are you doing the bad things you're doing? Send me money. What? I'll bust your ass, dude. I'm going to try to play cool, and I'm going to try to play I really feel like I'm in trouble. What? What did I do wrong? How'd you guys figure that out? And we'll see where this thing goes. Let me change the card. Hold on. Okay. So I'm going to call this dude. I'm going to put it on speaker. Again, go back to this fucking mustache. I got to get rid of this fucking mustache. It goes up in my nose and it makes my nose itch. Fucking hair. I'm going to call this dude back and we're going to see what he says and we're going to play his game. And I'm going to be relatively meek and meager. And then hopefully, I guarantee you, if this guy gets any hint, he's just going to hang up. But if we play it right, maybe we can get some information out of him. Or actually see where this thing goes or see what he wants. I'm sure they're going to want money. Send a check. Give me your personal information. Give me your PI data or something. Give me your bank or your social security number. Who the hell knows? But boy, oh boy, mister. So let's dial this back and see what happens. Are you ready?
How can I help you?
Hey, I got a call from this number about some problems that I don't know that are being reported.
And when did you receive the call?
Yesterday. I received the call yesterday. Hello?
Yes, sir. How can I help you? This is Social Security Administration.
Yeah, I got a call yesterday that I needed to call you guys.
So, sir, first of all, can I have your name, please, so I can check the information in my system and then I'll...
You want my name?
Yes, sir.
David D-Wysocki.
David, and what's the last name, Mr. David?
D-Wysocki.
How do you spell your last name?
T-E-W-Y-S-O-C-K-I.
S-O-C-A-I. Thanks. I will just put you on a hold for a moment. Let me check the information in my system and then I'll get back to you.
Thank you. So they put me on hold? Dude, if that cat works at the Social Security Administration, I'm Donald J. Trump. I'll see you over at Mar-a-Lago. Fucking.
Yeah, hello, Mr. David, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Mr. David, first of all, thanks for being on hold. Now, Mr. David, here I can see your information. Here I can see your details, sir. And are you from the state of Maryland?
Yes?
Okay. Now, Mr. David, first of all, let me introduce myself. Nick Hampton with the badge ID number 13795. I'm the Senior Investigation Officer with Social Security Administration. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm okay. How are you?
Sorry?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Thanks for your asking. Now, sir, here I can see the information, Mr. David. The reason we have tried to get in touch with you today was to inform you that this is final notification call from Social Security Administration regarding some legal enforcement action following your Social Security. Because we have found many suspicious activities. So did you receive any type of phone calls from
No, I've got no phone calls from anyone.
Okay, and did you receive any kind of notification papers from your local Social Security office?
No?
Okay. Mr. David, I think that you don't have any good knowledge of this case. So now what the best I can do for you, I can simply go ahead and pull out the information. What I have for you, and I can explain to you all the things to you that what's going under your name and that make any sense for you, Mr. David?
Yeah. What I need to know what is happening.
Okay, Mr. David, so first of all, can you grab a pencil and a piece of paper so I can provide you some legal information, and I want you to make a note of it.
All right, hold on.
Yes, now this is the line for you. You can grab a pen and a paper.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Okay, now Mr. David, first of all, let's write down your case ID number, your case file number. It will start with letter D as in David,
D.
M as
Wait, I didn't hear you. DM.
19725.
DM 19725.
date, I want you to make a note of my information. It will help you in future. Just write down my name is Officer Nick.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You're breaking up. What was your name?
My name is Officer Nick Hampton. N-I-C-K, Nick.
Okay.
And my last name is Hampton. H-A-M-P-T-O-N.
Okay, Nick Hampton. All right.
Yep. And just make a note of my badge ID number. It's 13795.
13795. That's your badge number?
Yeah, that is perfect, sir.
Okay.
Now, Mr. David, before I'm providing you the information, let me tell you one thing, that we are having this conversation over recorded line. This means this is not being recorded and monitored by the headquarters of Social Security Administration. By
Hey, wait. I can't hear you. You're breaking up. What?
Sir, these lines are being recorded by the headquarters of Social Security Administration,
Okay.
by the Bar Council Association of the United States, by the jury members inside the courthouse, and by the local authorities of your state. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. And sir, whatever you say or whatever you commit must be honest, because these recordings will be so inside the courthouse, might be in favor of you or in against of you. And Mr. David, I promise you that I will give you a fair enough chance to speak, and I will answer all the questions once I complete from my part. Is that fine for you, Mr. David?
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. Mr. David, now, first of all, why are you going to be arrested?
Why am I going to be
Why are
arrested?
you going to be arrested? Because you have been found suspicious breaching 4 serious criminal laws of the States. Count 1 is violation of trafficking.
Wait. What am I being arrested for?
Sir, you have been breaching 4 serious criminal laws of United States. Count 1 is a violation of drug trafficking. Drug trafficking, sir.
That's insane. I don't traffic drugs. Who said
Sir,
that?
Let me explain to you. Count 2 is violation of money laundering. Count 3 and 4 break country laws under section 48H. Do you got it?
Yeah, I didn't do any of that stuff. That sounds
Let
all
me-
criminal.
Let me explain you. Let me brief you, and then I will talk about that. Now, Mr. David, that means your social has been found suspicious.
Holy fuck. Retard reading the script.
In the state of Texas. So before I
He said
provide you
Maryland.
information,
No, he said
let
Texas.
me tell you something. Some questions,
Really?
some legal questions.
Old
which I
people
need
will
to
get
an
smoked
answer
by this. This
with
is
yes
fucked
or no
up, man.
with the most honesty.
And they'll
Is that
never
clear
catch
with
this
you,
dude.
Mr. David?
Yes, I need to fix this. This is ludicrous.
Mr. David, have you ever been arrested before?
No.
And have you ever the Texas before?
Have I what?
Have you ever been to the state of Texas?
Yes, I've been to Texas.
Okay, in which year, sir?
Not within the past 5 years, but prior years.
Okay. And sir, how many people are using your personal identity, like your debit card, your credit card, driver's license, and your social?
No one's using any of my information unless they stole it.
Okay. Now, Mr. David, let me come to the point, Mr. David.
Fucking
Listen to me
unbelievable.
very carefully.
Confuse you and then they ask you for
Now, Mr.
info.
David, the investigation
Old people.
started when we found an abandoned car on the south border of Texas.
Abandoned car
And the
in
car
Texas.
contained some blood and drugs.
Blood, drugs, dead bodies, the children of DACA.
After in the investigation,
It's your
we
fault,
found
Mr. David.
that
What are you
the
doing,
car
Mr.
was
David?
rented on
Are you
your
kidding me?
and personal social
Fuck.
information. There are 2 addresses linked with the title of the car. The address
That's my car.
legal
Good dude. damn it!
And the second address in the city of Laredo, Texas.
Laredo.
So you got it?
Yeah, I don't. That's not right. I'm not. My car. No one. My car shouldn't be in. It's not in Texas.
Sir, first of all, do you understand the things what I'm explaining you?
Yeah, I understand, and they're not right.
Okay. So, this city of Eagle Pass was raided by the U.S. Marshals, but unfortunately there was no one inside the warehouse.
This guy's reading shit all over the place to make your head spin, and they're gonna ask me for money.
Which is an abusive drugs, and some of the fake companies as well as fake workers rent and some documentation from financial institutes such as Chase Bank, Bank of America, and U.S. banks. And all these paperwork, your name on it, options of the has been fired from those bank accounts locally, internationally.
Yeah, that's not correct. My stuff. I didn't get a car stolen. I shouldn't be in illegal activities. This is wrong.
Sir, do you have doubt on anyone that anyone is using your personal information?
No one's using any of my stuff, and if they are, they're not supposed to.
And sir, have you ever been a victim of identity theft?
No, I'm not. Not that I know of.
Sorry?
Not that I know of. Not that I've never. No one's ever reported that my stuff's been stolen.
Okay. So sir, and do you know anyone by this name, Abdul Hanifa?
Abdul who? I don't know any Abduls.
Okay. So that is why, sir, Mr. David, that is totally seems suspicious to us. So we, as a Social Security Administration, file a case against you for the drug trafficking and...
Wait, why did you file it against me? File it against the Abdullah... Listen, I didn't do this. File it against the Abdullah guy. What do you call... Why are you filing this against me? What do you... This needs to stop.
So, sir, do you have any doubt that we'll be using a page towards these fraudulent activities?
I didn't understand you. Do I have what?
Do you have a doubt on anyone that anyone is using your personal information towards these fraudulent activities?
I don't know if anyone has my information. If they have it, they shouldn't be using it. And if they're using it, they're lying. And this is not correct.
Sir, if you are the genuine person, I don't doing anything wrong with the government, and if you are a law-abiding citizen of our country, so definitely I provide you a one golden opportunity to removing all.
Yeah, remove it all. Do it now.
Okay. So now let's be very carefully, Mr. David. Mr. David, if you are agreed to help the Department of Treasury in this case, then only put your case and a warrant on a hold.
Department of Treasury. We just went over to the Treasury from the SSA.
Information towards these fraudulent activities.
Yeah, what it's fraudulent, but not me, and I don't want this on my record. So you got to wipe this off. Get rid of it.
So what do you want? Agree of the Department of Treasury or not, sir?
Yes, fine.
Okay. So now that's great. That's very appreciable, Mr. David. But to me, the your arrest warrant is not all easy task. We have to suspend your social security number right away from your name and have to issue a new social on your name, so in future we can catch the real suspect, and this will help can save you from these kind of fraudulent activities.
Okay.
The one way you can remove all the allegations from your name and we found the real criminal who is using your personal information.
Okay.
With that,
Yes.
so now, Mr. David, that's very good. Hello?
Yes. What do I need to do?
So now, Mr. David, what I'm going to do, I'm going to submit those recordings and the case file papers to the member. We can cancel warrant for name. We can put the case which is issued on your name, okay?
Yes.
Okay. So just be on a hold. Let me forward these recordings to the court committee member.
All right.
Yeah, just be on hold.
So now they're putting me on hold because they're going to forward shit from somewhere to somewhere, and then they're going to disable my social security number, and then we're going to investigate to figure out who's using it, and I'll get a new... Who are these clowns? And there's people in this fucking country that fall for this. Seriously? And I think if you're ill or if you're old and you've got mild dementia or something, and then they got you. And how many old people are loaded? These fuckers get in their shit and steal some money, steal some stuff. This is so fucked up. Hey, let me put you on. This guy went from the social security. Uh-oh. Yes, I'm still here. Now what?
Now, Mr. David, I just submitted the recordings which we are having right now to the code committee members.
Submitted
And they are in the
recordings
process
to code committee
to
members.
remove,
They're going to remove it. It's in the
cancel your
process.
arrest warrant
Thank you
and
so
hold your
much
case.
for expunging my
By tomorrow
account.
morning at 12 p.m., you will be receiving a call from local Social Security Administration office, and they will be booking an appointment with you. And they will be approaching you at your doorsteps with a sealed envelope which will contain the NOC, which is the steps for non certificate. OC, object certificate, allotment letter of the
Okay.
Yeah. So now, before I cancellation of your arrest warrant and protection of banking accounts, that you will under the oath of obedience under the section of victim section of 1958 Private Protection Act, and the circumstances and with which and the information which are sharing these recorded lines should not be with anybody, and if with concerned department, that will be the Department of and that is DEA and U.S. Marshal, the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, and
This dude uses every government agency. Okay.
Yeah. Now, sir, before I suspend your social security number, our attorney has also informed you.
Here comes the hook.
Inform us that there are 22 bank accounts and 30 credit cards registered on your name. So now, it won't differentiate between the real bank accounts and between bogus bank accounts. So we can treat all those bogus bank accounts which is registered on your name. So that, as the federal officer, I am also your bank details as well as credit details. Base detail means about your routing, and as that information. This is the private and confidential details that according to the rules and regulations of the government, it does not have an authority to ask you for accounts of what information that is the name of you are banked with and the type of the bank accounts. So we can differentiate between real bank account and between the bogus bank accounts. So Mr. David, can you tell me which bank are you working with, sir?
Dude, do you think I'm going to give you my bank information? Where are you at? In Bangalore? Are you over in Mumbai? How many people get this far on this phone call with you and give you that info? You are crazy, my brother. I wish you all the luck in the world that you make some money scamming. Hung up! Dude! You better beware. They will take... Oh, okay, Mr. David. I don't want data magic jack. He went bloop. He turned off his computer. Son of a bitch. 28 bank accounts and 13 credit cards. Man, you best watch out. What caveat emptor? Buyer beware. I will scam you out of the clothes you're wearing. That was fun for today, wasn't it? Oh, God. All right. I'm glad you shared that with me, and I'm glad that maybe, I don't know, we help people out. And I don't know if people, you should report who? 1.378645 billion Indians? Yeah, Fun, huh? Fuck. Even in the US, all the time they're trying to get us. Today, we championed. Ah. Yeah. Enjoy. Bye.